Good morning, it's Steven Zalunardo here with RE/MAX West Zalunardo Associates, away from real estate except this big RE/MAX sign right here. I hit a milestone in my life. I've just read my 100th book in 5 years. This is the 100th book. It's called The 4 Agreements, written by Don Miguel Ruiz. He's a native-born Mexican. He was actually a physician, then he turned writer later on in his life. But I mean, ultimately, awesome book. This was referenced to me by a client now who just sold their house to move at the end of the month. Awesome people, super sad that they're leaving the province because it's always amazing when you can talk to somebody and learn something from them. Every conversation you have, I mean, these are people definitely you want to keep in your life. But ultimately, talking about the 4 agreements in life right now, everything is so. I think we make everything so difficult. You know, we got all these social media platforms that complicate life. Everything on the screen looks super perfect, perfect families, perfect everything. But I mean, ultimately, it's not like that. And I think we lose track of what's real. And this book brings what's real back into your mind. So I'll talk about the 4 agreements. It's basically, the first one is be impeccable with your words, speak with integrity, and say only what you mean. Fantastic. I mean, we're Northern Italian, or I'm Northern Italian. I mean, ultimately, this is what we like to do. Say it once and forget it. And so there's nothing we can go back on or anything. So we can keep moving forward. But I mean, ultimately, it's so great to hear that. Speak with integrity and say only what you mean. It's amazing. Second agreement is don't take anything personally. And this is something I got to work on, because in life, as you become more successful, not just financially, just life in general, you become more of a balanced human being. There's going to be people around you that want to take you down. There's always that saying, if you want to keep a crab in the pot, put another crab in it, because it will always try to pull it down. So I mean, that's definitely a strong suit. If you can create one of your strong suits to have that ability to don't take anything personally, it's definitely worth having. And it says, so don't take anything personally. Nothing others do is because of you. It's their own circumstances, right? The third agreement is don't make assumptions. Find the courage to ask questions and express what you really want. I love this because I could be guilty of this too. You're always making assumptions. You're always assuming. But why not ask enough questions to find the truth so you can make or take the right actions towards whatever situation you're in? And the fourth agreement is always do your best. And I'm going to read the whole length of this one. Your best is going to change from moment to moment. It will be different when you are healthy as opposed to sick. Under any circumstances, simply do your best and you will avoid self-judgment, self-abuse, and regret. I love that. And you know, every morning before my daughter goes to school, we have a quick affirmation: do your best, have fun, and work hard. Somewhere along those orders. And then we anchor it with a high five. And that's the best. I mean, in my family, my wife has the hard job of raising the children. She's a stay-at-home mom, and I'm out to bring home the bacon in a sense. But I know when early on in the career, we're commission-based. It's not, every day you wake up unemployed, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. But I mean, ultimately, during the cold calling days, I was making about 60,000 calls a year and talking to about 6 to 7,000 people, because that's what it would convert to. You had to make 60,000 calls to speak to about 6 to 7,000 people. And every day wasn't guaranteed. So I would make my 2 hours of phone calls. You speak to about 50 contacts and you get nothing. But you know what? I came home joyful and happy because that day I did my best. And the next day we got another day to do it all over again. And hopefully we connect the next day. So with that said, guys, have a great weekend. All the best. Ciao.